Hey guys, welcome to my final round, round 9 of 9 round tournament, and also the 14th round of both my tournaments together. So I had 5 round, 9 round. It's the last day. Yeah, it's been a great time. A lot of people there, a couple of hundred people per tournament. Such a great time. So many people playing chess, sharing their hobby, making friends, having a laugh, looking at each other's games, and afterwards analyze it together, maybe play a few more games, having a beer or a wine or a coffee or a Coca-Cola, whatever. Absolutely fantastic. So today I played a young gentleman, 22 years old. I was white. He's rated 1423. So let's see what happens. I've normally played Jawaba London, but I've been experimenting with the Stonewall. I fumbled with the Stonewall at this tournament against a 1670 player, but that was because I made a minor but very important opening move, which eventually cost me the game. So I thought, let's try it again. They say if you follow a horse, get straight back on, otherwise you're never going to ride a horse again. So Stonewall, but he plays with the Dutch, which I never encountered in the Stonewall, so I was kind of wondering where this was going. Yeah, this is pretty much Stonewall stuff. And if the knight is here and the bishop is here, you want to bring your knight over here to defend this square. This is an important square for the Stonewall. I've analyzed it before, so you're going to see some squared, some colored squares. It's because I analyzed it before. Push the pawn. Stockfish doesn't like it, but he never likes the Stonewall somehow, and this pawn here. So I'm not too concerned with it. Yeah, and if you play a Stonewall and you see someone's going to fianchetto, you certainly want to bring this pawn out, because otherwise he's looking at this pawn, and you want your knight to be there to protect that pawn. So there it is. This is a mistake. Unfortunately, I want to always bring my knight out here with the Stonewall, and I can't do it now. But this weakens this pawn. It's going to be a target soon. So now I bring my knight over here, looking at this pawn, and he can't defend it with the king. It obviously also be losing castling rights, but you know, the only move is to bring your rook over here, your knight over here. But now obviously, see the arrows, you can't castle short or long. Well, yeah, not in the moment, because your queen is there, your knight is there, so you're kind of stuck on the back 3 ranks. And I'm very active, which is something that I learned from the Grandmaster this tournament. I knew I was always a little bit more defensive and playing on the last couple of ranks, but he said, like, it's not about being defensive is right, okay, but you don't want to play fearful and cautious. You can be defensive with all your pieces in the center. So he said, like, forget about offense, defense, but think about bringing your pieces into the center. And did this yesterday and also today, and it really works, because I got a lot of I've got a lot of play, and my opponent was pushed against the ropes. Initially, anyway. You'll see later that it changed a little bit, but he wants to go on all passive. You obviously don't want to move your pieces twice. Then I thought, like, this pawn is going to be defended for quite some time. Let's break open the center, so I can also bring my rooks to the open file, or semi-open file. Yeah, this is a difficult line to see. I'm still not seeing it. Stock was actually, it's 2.5 points. It's plus 2.4 for white. Now plus 1. And if I take this pawn and give up my knight, like this, it's plus 2.4 still. So I'm down a piece, up 2 pawns, but the position is better. I'm not seeing it. If you do see it, please let me know, because this is beyond my pay grade. I don't understand this, and I'd like to learn. But I move back. Take. Oh, not take. He brought his bishop back, so he moved it 3 times, which is not great. I take, he takes. just developing, and yeah, Stockers wants to push the pawn. I'll do it later on. I thought like you put another attacker on the pawn. He castles, and yeah, obviously he's got two attackers, two defenders, so I can't take it with the rook because that's just losing material. Brought in another attacker. He pushed. He defended. Uh, yeah, defense, but he creates a backward pawn. I think it was already backward, but now he's even more. He's now even weaker. But obviously my attack is kind of fizzled out for the moment. But with the Stonewall, it's very important that this square is available because you want to sit. You want to get your knight out here. So that's what happened. And specifically now with the queen moved here, you're obviously looking at a royal fork. Yeah, you're attacking 3 pieces, so it's going to lose material. And yes, you could go all back passive again, bring the queen back here, but he decided to take, and that's fine by me because this is the pawn structure you want. Even though normally with the Stonewall, you're kind of hoping that your opponent castles short, and then most of their pieces are on the queen side. And this square is where mostly the defender is of the king, and that's gone. And then you've got all your pieces lined up for an attack. But now it's pretty much open. So actually, I was a little bit worried that he would be starting pushing a pawn and maybe bring both his rooks in and his queen, and maybe bring the knight out and go in for an attack. But I attacked first, and he reacted to it. And yeah, so I'm still in the driving seat. And now I'm ready to take a pawn, but then he brought his rook out, and this is where I made a mistake. If you're attacking, you don't want to trade off. If you're defending, you want to trade off. And I thought like, okay, when I can grab a pawn here, maybe a bit short term thinking. And I saw like, okay, my bishop is defending, my king is defending, so let's grab the pawn. But he actually wanted me to go here, double up the rooks, go for attack, rather than trade off an attacking piece. So I think that's definitely something that's true. But I thought like at least I got a pawn now, which could be beneficial for the endgame. And this is also a moment where I needed to consider for quite some time, do I want to take it and lose the light colored bishop? And he's got light colored bishop, light squared bishops, and then we have opposite colored bishops, and that is normally a little bit draw-ish. But then I also thought like if he is going to get his queen and his rook lined up, I not just want to defend the back rank, but I also want to defend this square. If he's got his rook and his queen lined up, you might want to check here first. Push the king to the corner, and then if your queen is defending, check it with the queen you need to take, and then the rook comes in with a checkmate. So after all things considered, I opted for having this square covered with the dark colored bishop. Stuffy doesn't like it. Now I pin the bishop because early in the game this pawn was here, not here. The pawn was here, and it closed this diagonal. But with the straight, which I did consider, it was like a compromise I wanted to make. But I opened up this diagonal for the bishop to look at my king. So I wanted to first pin the bishop, also defend the back rank, and then bring my bishop here. But he didn't go for that line. He brought in his rook, and I should have taken it. I'm not completely 100% sure why. Because I went from plus 1.7 to 0. So he said like take it, and then push the pawn. But I tried it. I can push the pawn, but then I can bring his queen in, and there's no point in pushing the pawn because you got 2 defenders. So yeah, some lines I just don't see just yet. I'm gonna have to put some more time in figuring out all these multiple move analysis, but I'm not so familiar with them just yet. Maybe 1 or 2 moves I can see, but not 3, 4 moves after each other. I thought like if you take, he's got 2 strong pawns. This one is isolated, double isolated pawn, so I thought like take me, so I can take and grab this pawn. At this game, we analyzed afterwards, we both thought I was well winning. But actually, this is a drawing position. And in a minute, I'm going to ask you to pause this video and figure out a couple of moves I could have made and what would have been the best move for me and my opponent. Knowing that we both didn't know what the evaluation bar was. He brought in the queen. I obviously, this is like a free pawn, but I saw you could check here, but I could see I could move here. Then I thought like you can either go here or here, and you couldn't check me anymore if I'm here. With if I stay, okay, a couple of things. You could actually it's not my move. I take, he takes, I go here. You can either go here and look at check here, or maybe lining with the bishop for a check here. Or you could go here, pinning my bishop. But then I could just step back and defend it. So I didn't think it was going to go for that line. So I thought like I thought if he checks, I go here. He might go here, and then I can take it here. Get rid of this attack, and if he brings it over here, I saw I can go here, and if he blocks or moves, I can defend this square. Even if he would have moved, I could have checked, and this battery doesn't work anymore because it's here. And I still could see like Stockfish says go here, but then I thought like I can go here, and he has no more checks. Okay. Anyway, now let's have a look at what happens. He did give, okay, so I took the pawn because I thought this was okay. He checks. I'm gonna go here with my queen. But I invite you to look at what the best option is for my opponent and what I should do afterwards. I can't show you now because then the Stockfish will show you what the best move is, because you did make the right move. But I'm up 2 pawns, but how can black save the game? Not win the game, but save the game. Black to move and draw the game. So pause the video if you're not seeing it at the moment. Right, okay, so my opponent went here. But my opponent should have gone here. Reason being is if he goes here, hang on, I'm not quite familiar with this line. You go check, you move, check, move. Okay, and then you can get counterplay. Actually didn't even look at this line. But if he would have gone here, I need to defend, so I can't actually go pawn grabbing. This position is a draw because you can get like a repetition of moves, or get pawns and get some counterplay. I obviously looked at all this, but I looked at most of the lines, but not the line we're entering now, because I stepped away, he stepped here. And once again, same thing. Do I grab this pawn? I was thinking, if I grab this pawn, he can no longer check here because he's looking at maybe going for a check here, or going here for the battery with the bishop looking this pawn. But I thought, like, if I, as I've shown you before, if I check here and he goes here, I can check, he goes here, I defend this pawn. But I took, and over here, he could have moved here. And now I can't actually, unless I want to sacrifice my bishop, sacrifice my bishop, uh, I can't get out of this anymore because I need to defend it. My queen can't defend it because I took the pawn, it's too far away. I can't come back here anymore. So I need to defend. And he can check. I can either block, he checks, and then I can block again. And he blocks. I go here, it's a repetition of moves, or I oh, hang on. Bear with me for a second. He goes here, I go here. Or I decide not to go there, but defend my bishop. He checks, I step here, he checks, maybe I go there, he attacks again, I need to defend, he goes check again, and we get a repetition of moves. So this is a drawing position. My opponent knew what to do, he would have been able to get a draw. But he went there instead, rather than here, attacking his pawn, which gave me the opportunity to... hang on. Go back to where we started. Yeah, he went here. Looking for this battery, that's what he did. And then I could check, even though Stockfish doesn't like it. I looked at this line, but I didn't like it. Yes, I can go here. But then he can go into the same line, kind of. Even though I'm still up here. But I thought this was cleverly spotted by me. Defend this pawn. Excuse me. And now, Steppy, he can't check me anymore because this queen is taking it, and he can... Now I think it doesn't work anymore. If he brings it back here, I think I can... Okay, so I can grab this pawn. Obviously he can't take it, and if he... Yeah. Okay, yeah. This wouldn't have been able... he couldn't draw here anymore. So he didn't go for a further check. He still looked at maybe some counterplay. Then I brought my queen back because she was getting a little bit too uncomfortable for me. Yeah, this didn't really happen. Actually, what happened, because I did it did happen. I moved away. Yeah. And then he checked here. I defended, and he resigned. Because now I've got my bishop defended. I need to trade out the queens, which he doesn't want to do. But if he doesn't trade the queens, he's going to lose another pawn. If he trades the queens, this pawn is going to be gone soon, and I've got pawns marching on the board with only one bishop to defend them. So I resigned. So my opponent had the chance to draw the game. I didn't see it, he didn't see it. Lucky me. So 4 points out of 9 games. Altogether 7 points out of 14 games. Very happy with it. Once again, I really enjoyed these tournaments. So if you're wondering, should I play tournaments? I think you need to have some kind of chess strength. My estimated level, I think rapid is across different platforms is about 1200. I think that's probably a good place to start. If you're lower rated, I think it's going to be a disappointment because the opponent is going to be too strong for you. If you're at my level, yeah, you lose some, you win some, you draw some, and at least it'll be a positive experience. So if you're wondering, should I play tournaments? Go for it. It's such a great time, such a blast. Anyway, thank you very much for looking at all these videos. If you've been watching more of them, thank you very much for tagging along. If you didn't watch all of them, go to my, if you wanna, go to my YouTube account, playlist over the board tournaments 14 up till 30 July. All 40 games are there. Go check them out. And yeah, let me know what you thought of it. Subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. It helps me grow my channel, get my content out to more people, and maybe earn a little bit of cash from my hobby. And it's gonna take a couple of days off. Next Monday, I think I'll be starting my rapid and blitz rating client online again. So I'll be posting my videos again. For now, a couple of days rest. Wishing you a good weekend and see you next time. Thanks again. Bye bye.